We would move to dismiss for want of prosecution.
Your motion to dismiss is granted.
And I'd like to also point out for the record that these are the only charges that this man has, 2 minor misdemeanors from 12 years ago. He has nothing else. Thank you.
Ariel Castro, charged with kidnapping and rape on one side, kidnapping and rape.
With respect to Mr. Castro, he is waiving examination on each case. With respect to bond on Mr. Castro is 52 years old. He has lived in the area for 39 years. He is on unemployment compensation. And to the best of my knowledge, he has no convictions for felonies or serious misdemeanors.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Murphy.
Brian Murphy, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney, Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office, for the record. Despite what defense asserted to you, the charges against Mr. Castro are based on premeditated, deliberate, and depraved decisions to snatch 3 young ladies from Cleveland's West Side streets to be used in whatever self-gratifying, self-serving way he saw fit. 2 of the victims endured this horrifying ordeal for more than a decade, a third for close to a decade, and the ordeal grew to eventually include a little girl believed to have been born to one of the women while in captivity. Also while in captivity, they withstood repeated beatings. They were bound and restrained and sexually assaulted, basically never free to leave this residence. Just as suddenly, unexpectedly, and quite frankly, inexplicably as they disappeared, they reemerged, thankfully, miraculously, 3 days ago at the home of Mr. Castro. That's a home that served as Mr. Castro's residence, but a prison to these 3 women and eventually a child. Today, the situation's turned, Your Honor. Mr. Castro stands before you a captive, in captivity, a prisoner. The women are free to resume their lives that were interrupted, and also with the promise and the hope that justice will be served, to ensure that justice is served, to protect the victims and the community that Mr. Castro manipulated and deceived. The state is asking that bond be set at $5 million as surety in this matter. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, the order that he have no contact with the victims or their families, whether he's out on bail or not.
4 cases. Bond will be set at $2 million on each case. $2 million cash and surety on each case. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Do you have any other questions? Okay.